Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're just going to jump right into the tutorial. I'm just going to prime my lids using my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and then I'm going to set it using a loose powder. And I do this so I can have a really nice base for the eyeshadow. Then going in with Makeup Geek's eyeshadow in Peach Smoothie, I'm going to place this all over the crease with my Morphe M330 brush. It's a really nice crease brush. So I'm placing that all over the crease and the outer parts of my eye, and it doesn't matter if it's precise or not. Then going in with Matte Lopez, this is another like really nice crease shade. I'm going to be placing that right below Peach Smoothie with my same Morphe M330 brush. I'm just going to go ahead and pack that into the crease as well as on the outer parts of the eye. Then going back into the same Matte Trimony Palette by The Balm, I'm going to go into that really dark brown shade called Matte Reed, and I just take a smudge of this on my MAC 217 brush to really intensify the crease and the outer parts of the eye. And then I also use my Morphe G24 brush to make the blending a lot easier. Then I'm going to go in with the red tone shade called Matte Kumar, and I'm going to place this all over my lid. And I'm doing this using my Morphe M209 brush. So I love this brush because it's flat, but it's also fluffy. So as you apply the shade, it's going to go ahead and blend out as well. To further blend the crease, I'm using this red toned shade called Rebel from the Tartelette and Bloom palette. And I'm just placing that in the crease to really make the blending from the lid shade to the crease shade very nice and seamless and smooth, because smoky eyes can look really messy if you don't blend them the right way. So I'm just going to place that in between the crease shade and the lid shade to really make the blending better. I'm going to go ahead and be using my e.l.f. Smudge Pot, and this is in a really golden shade. I'll go ahead and link it down below, but I just go ahead and create a winged liner with an angled brush, and then after I apply my first layer, I put some Duo Lash Glue on top of it, just so that when I go in with the second layer, it's a lot more metallic. So I'm just going to create a really small liner. Once this winged liner is all set, I just go ahead and clean it a bit with a wipe, and then I'm going to go back into the Tartelette and Bloom palette with this really white shade, and I'm going to use this to highlight the brow bone. Once the brow bone is highlighted, I'm just going to redefine my crease a little bit more, just blending it out. And then for lashes, I use my Ardell double wispy lashes. For foundation primer, I'm using this Laure Mercier Radiance Bronze Primer, so I'm just placing it all over my face, and then I'm going in with my foundation, which of course is my Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 220. So I'm just painting it on my face with this foundation brush, and then once it is all painted, I'm going to go ahead and use my Morphe M449 brush, I believe it is, but I'll go ahead and link it down below. I'm just using this to blend this and really buff. I know I look like I put a lot of foundation, and I'm not sure why, but I promise it doesn't look that cakey when I do this technique, because once it is all buffed into the skin, I like to go in with my Real Technique sponge and just really pat it all out and make it one nice even layer. Next, I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm going to be using my Better Skin concealer. I believe this is in the shade Light. So I'm placing this under my eyes, right where my under eyes are, because my under eyes were super bad, but then I also drag it to really highlight. So I also put some on my forehead as well, and then I go ahead and blend it out with my Real Technique sponge, and I blend it in upwards and downwards motion just so that my foundation isn't being picked up or anything, or any of the concealer isn't being picked up, but so that it's really nicely blended. And then whatever excess is on the sponge, I just go ahead and run it through my nose. Then I'm using my Graftobian HD Palette, and I'm using the lightest shade to further conceal and highlight my under eyes, because my under eyes were really bad for some reason. So I just placed that under my eyes to hide it even better. So after I place that, I blend it out, and then I'm going in with my NYC Smooth Skin Loose Powder, and I place that on all the areas that I highlight except for my nose, because my nose can get super patchy. So just put it under my eyes, my chin, and a little bit on my forehead, and I like to apply a really nice layer, making sure that it's evenly blended out. Then I'm using my MAC Studio Finish powder to just set the rest of my face, because we're not cream contouring today. We're just going right into powdered bronzer. So I'm using my e.l.f. bronzer palette, and I'm using the first shade, and I'm placing this on my cheeks and on my forehead, not really precisely, just really bronzing up the skin. And this is my Morphe M400 brush, which I absolutely love for bronzer. Then I'm using my Laure Pro palette. This is the contour and highlight palette, and I'm using the medium contour shade to carve out my cheekbones using this crown chisel brush. So I'm really carving them out, and then I'm using my Morphe M400 brush to just blend them all together. Now it's time for highlight. I always like doing my highlight right after my bronzer because I like saving the blush for last because it really completes the face look. So I'm going to be going in with my Ponyeffects Strobing Luminizer to prime for the powdered glow. So then I just place that, and I also wet it with a spray and then blend it out with my sponge. And of course for highlight I'm using my Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm using the highlight in bubbly with my Morphe fan brush. So I'm just packing it on there. And then for blush I'm using my Urban Decay blush. This is in the shade Rapture, which I think is perfect for this eye look because it has that nice red flush of color. So then I'm going to go ahead and use this beige highlight from the Laure Pro contour palette, and I'm just going to place it right under my bronzer to really clean it up. And then going back in with my MAC Studio Skinfinish powder in NC35, I'm just going to place it all over my face because I want everything to look nice and seamless and not too harsh. So this step is a must in my routine. I always have to use this face powder. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to go back in with Matte Lopez, and I'm just going to use that to really blend out my lower lash line. I didn't put any eyeliner, but I just feel I feel like my looks aren't complete without putting any eyeshadow on my lower lash line. So I just go ahead and do that just to add some more color to my lower lash line. And then I go ahead and put some mascara on my lower lashes because of course this is another must. It really completes the eye look. So I'm using my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black mascara. Next, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the look with the lipstick. So I used 3 different lipsticks. The first one is this NYX lipstick in Mars, and I just applied it with a brush because it's broken, but I prefer it this way anyway. I believe this is just a regular lipstick. It's not matte or anything. Then after that, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Pure Hollywood, just placing it in the center and then blending it out. Then I'm topping off the lip with some NYX Butter Gloss, and I'll go ahead and link it down below. And after the lipstick is on, this look is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. You can never go wrong with some burgundy and gold in the fall time, so why not wear it on your eyes? This look is perfect for a fall night out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with your friends. Let them know what kind of trends are going on in the fall time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! My channel. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all my thoughts on the Kylie Jenner The Bronze palette. This is her Kai shadow.